Boys and girls, welcome to the first ever episode of the Whiskey and Wade Show. I'm Tommy McCarthy, and my host is...
Cut me out there. Tyrone McKenna.
And we're joined today with the king of West Belfast comedy, one of the top comedians, if not the top comedian in the whole country, Mr. Paddy the Dagger McDonnell.
Thank you very much. How's it going?
Oh, good.
So you're only up from Dublin, aren't you? Back
Only
today?
I say no, but you forget that fucking 2:30 in the morning is today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It was a fucking bollocks.
Do you not say after gigs, you not just stay over or no?
See, because of a family and all, I prefer just to get back to the house. I think it's a wind down thing too, because see, when I don't see like the first night in a holiday, even in a strange hotel, I tend to not sleep properly. Because you're trying to get adapted to the surroundings. So see, one night in a hotel for me, it's useless because you're not going to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
So I just go to myself, fuck it, I'm just going to get home and get home as quick as possible. But it was coming up the motorway and it was fucking closed off, and they made me go that way and this way and that way and fucking this way.
It's always the roadworks and
always late at night. Always see when you play Oma, you're always coming back from Oma. They're always working on the end bridges on the motorway. End bridges, I don't know how they're fucked because they've been working on them. The 12 years I've been doing comedy and going to Oma, they're always working on the end bridges. The cons must just be sitting on a Saturday and TDs. Fucking, we'll do it next week. Because it was a bollocks. But I get in, and I think with the comedy, Tommy's probably experienced this too. And I don't know if it's the same with boxing. I don't know. Maybe you're fucking fucked. But you tend to sit and you have to unwind, and then once the adrenaline leaves you.
I don't be sleeping till about 7 in the morning after
it's the same
crazy.
sort of thing. You're so tired and you're just like, but you're analysing everything and your body's just, I don't know, your body must be just readjusting then.
Yeah, like you're tired now. Tyrone hasn't experienced this thing like us because we're comedians.
Yes, I should sit closer to you.
But it is the same. What do you call it? Adrenaline. And you can't sleep, even no matter how tired you are. You're just laying there going.
It's a serious buzz after, like probably the same as in comedy. It's a serious buzz that you have, and you're just lying there, and then you're looking all fucking comments and people texting like fucking.
Yeah.
And then you can't get to sleep.
Aye, no matter how much you want to, like the buzz, from my experience of winning a fight and winning a comedy gig, you can't sleep. But the boxing one, there's no high like a boxing high. Like, I'm sure you'd understand, Paddy. Did you fight back in the day, or did you just train?
I'll tell you what I got. The only high I got was a fucking high five to the chin. I can remember, I genuinely remember like the first time properly sparring in Holy Trinity, and it scored that
Holy
ball.
Trinity, man.
It scored a ball to me.
Our enemies.
My dad was a Mac, and then was in another boxing club. But we were in Grange at the time, so he says go up to Mickey Hawkins. So he brought me up there just because it was up the hill, and then obviously then you can make your own way from it. But I remember the first time properly sparring, and it scared the bollocks out of me. Like genuinely scared me, like, because it was just late after late after late, and I was going, and Mickey was going, put your hands up, and I was going, no, and he was like, you can hit him back.
I'm trying. Yeah.
I wasn't even. I wasn't because he put me in with my mate.
All right.
So I had struck up a friendship with this fella in the boxing, and because me and him were near enough the same height and weight, so Mickey went there dead on. So we were sparring, training, and then he put us in for a spar. So I was going, that's my mate, bud.
He's dabbing you, bum.
He was in like a year before me, but he was like, and I was going, and Mickey's like, hit him, and then I did hit him, like, but I remember like the first couple, I was sort of going, I don't like this, and then once I learned how to hit somebody, and the first couple of times I hit somebody, I went to myself, fuck, no, you seen their face going,
laying them up.
Who's next? You know what I mean?
Calling them all.
But my highlight when I was training, but what I loved about it so much was at the end of the night, because of my dad was staying to train. I got to train with all the senior boxers, and they would go into the ring at the end of the night, and everyone done their own exercise. And there was a couple of big tall ones, and I used to make them do like, because they were dead funny looking. And I used to do that. So you would drown this, but I got to do it. I was the only kid there, so when I felt special in the club, but I wasn't very good at the boxing, like I have to admit. But the hardest one that I've ever felt like proper punch in a ring was from Conor Carmichael.
What do you mean, man?
Oh, I just was a joke. My dad when he looked at it, we went in, my says I'm fighting him, and my dad went,
You fought him, did you?
oh, like, it was meant to be a joke. His failure didn't turn up, mine didn't turn up. And
It's
then
meant
it
to be a
became
joke. Colonel Senior Head. Get flashbacks to seniors.
Colonel was standing drinking pints of Guinness, so like I was going, he's not taking it serious, do you know what I mean? But then we get in there and he was just hitting me with like side gloves, but it was near taking my head off. Like.
Was there a big weight? There must have been a massive weight.
I should count as fucking
Well,
with
huge.
6'5".
Oh, he's a big guy.
Big. Well, he probably at then, I wouldn't have been, probably 17 stone now, but it was probably about 14 stone then.
No.
Or 13 stone, but he would have been fucking up.
What age were you?
25.
Oh, were you? Did
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
So, and I got in with him, and but the next day people were talking to me, and I didn't even know they were talking. I couldn't hear. It literally, like, he boxed the ears of me. Do you know what I mean?
You're just saying, yeah, they bring.
But I remember I was punching his stomach at the start, and I must have hit him, and he's went, so he clapped me
He said,
back,
"Fuck you."
and he hit me one, and
I've done that with a few. They give you, you're going taking him around, bomb the wacky. Well, fuck you. Start battering him.
but it
You
hit
have
was
to.
sore, like, it
That,
was
that
sore.
is the danger of charity events. Like, everyone's right with hair messing about. It's like Rocky 3
Yeah.
when he's in with thunder hips. We're just gonna move around here. That's the next thing. Fucking someone grabs him. And fucking all hell breaks loose, and that is always white collar. As soon as somebody lands a shot, the crowd go
goes
mad,
crazy.
and then the two fighters start fucking.
I remember picking up in the taxi when I was taxiing after one of them charity boxes. It was like two brothers, and one of them had fought and the other one didn't. And then the two waves were sitting in the back, so two waves were going, these two waves up, and he was going, you shut up, fucking. And I think one of them was a boxing, the other one wasn't. And then next minute, pole glasses, they all got out and started beating the fuck out. And I was like, I was sitting there, the girls and all, like, I was going,
Fuck me.
you serious, like, he's for a charity event, and you're brothers, and I'm trying to separate it in the street, and then they were fucking going at it, like, and I was going, Jesus Christ, tonight.
Cause see, like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I'm sure you have. Some when you watch fights, you're like, fuck, I can't wait to box in. No, like
Yeah.
when you're in that atmosphere. So I think the common man watching it, they want to smack someone because you're just.
You've no idea what it's like. Like, see, even when you go in, see a 1 minute of trying to fight.
Oh, you don't need to tell
That's-
me. I spent 15 years just trying to get fit.
Because you don't like running.
I hate it.
It's running. It's cardio. But I think it is. I think people genuinely think, and then if you experience it, it's like, you know, anybody that hasn't fought, you get a dig in the head, you see the flash of the stars and stuff, and it's how you react to it. And I think people do think, oh, I'd be able to do that. It's not that long. 3-minute rounds, I could do that. No,
That sounds short, so it is. It's fucking long. 3 minutes is fucking long.
looks like I can't even wank for 3 minutes.
Calm.
Happy days, I got it, somebody else. Hear all these stories, people going, I was fucking wanking away. What?
Fuck's sake, we had the Commonwealth Games and he told me, I'm getting in there for a wank here, for about half an hour. You're getting short and all? What the fuck?
Half an hour's me coming home from work, getting the house sorted, doing the vacuuming, after the dishwasher, doing the wash, and hanging up the stairs and finishing it.
To be fair, it takes about half an hour to pick up a video you want to watch.
Do you not have a favourite one?
I have a favourite couple of people, but
Favourite couple of people?
you browse usually.
Vladimir Putin.
Well, I've got the old child lock, man. So
Aye, his house.
he went to porn-free zone.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Spawn for you anyway, lads. Close your
Now he's having videos he's been sending.
No, don't.
You know what you
That's a
do?
slam.
Throw away dirty pictures in the book and then flick it.
Oh, fuck
See,
me.
back in our day, it was a catalogue.
I used to go around the street. I see anywhere around Andytown.
Used to find the
I
head.
used to find them
Oh.
all sticky as fuck when you still want to still wank on them.
They didn't taste good either.
Well, like I say, lads, strict Catholic
Yeah,
household.
his business going to be watching this crack, no? You're not
She
going
hit me now,
to
I know.
I don't, them fucking, you know what I mean? They're a married man.
Still what's
What's
happening?
happening?
That means you wank
I
more.
mean, she's the
Huh?
He knows the crap.
That means as soon as they get married, boom, you have to start wanking double as much.
That's what people say, like, the way they were all on, like, the DUP, we're going, don't be letting gays get married, no, it's a disgrace. They're gonna, and so you just say to them, what is it you're against the gay people, the DUP, that don't like the act of having sex, do people the same?
But sure, like,
She
It'll be
said,
Les.
let them get fucking married, it'll stop like that. It worked my house.
I'm gonna fucking steal that joke, Paddy, for the next set.
What was it like in Devonish for the set? Feel
Do you know what? I've done the feel probably the most out of any comedian, and the bragging there. Do you hear that?
Were you always headline? Was it?
No. I mean, I
That's
started off the first time I done it, which I said to Tommy before. Nobody even knew I was doing comedy. I was only doing it 9 months, and I asked her to do it, and they didn't have an act. And then I got them Des Bishop, the American guy, and he says, "I'll bring my brother." But I said to the girl that was running it, "Can I go on?" She went, "Ah." So she said to him, "He's going to do whatever," and he just went, "Yeah, whatever." So the guy went out and I went, "You're going on first," and I was like, "What? Why am I going on first? Fucking surely they should send somebody who's done it fucking longer." And they were like, "No, you're going on first." But I used to do this character called Terry Rust. And it was a guy in a balaclava with a black jacket. And he would come out and talk about getting out of jail and fucking his wife being into rough sex and getting no kneecap and wasn't part of the process. And all that. So that was the kind of jokes. It was just, there wasn't much material for him, but it was just, I think,
well, that's a
thing that I could say. So I came out with a balaclava and the leather jacket on to feel it after the safety announcement, and everybody went, "Shh, there's a statement, get ready." Genuinely, the whole hall went fucking, it was a tent outside, they all went quiet as fuck. And somebody shouted, "Yes, ceasefire's broke!" And I came out and done the whole thing, and everybody went, "What the fuck was that?" Nobody laughed. Or see, everywhere else I was doing it, Derry everywhere, which was mental because people went to Derry to do it. We went to the drive-thru and I wore the balaclava. And the way you order the food and then you drive round and I was going, we see they'll shade themselves. We get round the window and the wee girls just stand looking at me like that, halfway. "Yeah, but I didn't like that." And I went, "This must be a normal thing."
You get fucking probably discount.
Well, many keycaps you involved in the night down there. He was busy up in the Craigan. But yeah, so I done that, and then I run off stage and took the mask off, took the jacket off, and came back on again. And somebody in the crowd went, "Paddy, what the fuck are you doing? It's not cocking anywhere. What are you doing? The stage, you mad cunt. It's comedy. What fucking rap is on then you?" And I went, and I started going into my set, and I was driving the black taxi. And some fucking woman in the taxi one day seen the Feel It booklet. You know, I had it in the front because my name was in it. And she was like, "Oh, you're going to anything in the Feel It?" Me, "Oh, what are you going to?" She says, "I'm going to a comedy night." I said, "So am I." She says, "I've heard of your man, Des Bishop. I don't know the other ones that's on. I think one's his brother, and then there's another fella from Belfast on." And me, "Oh, that's me." And she went, "Oh, dead on." I mean, "No, it is." And she went, "Oh, dead on." And she just didn't believe me. It wasn't a picture, it was just a name. Yeah. And I says, "Tell you what, I'm going to take your 170. See you on the night, I'm going to ask you for the money up on stage." So I was up on stage, I says, "It's Mrs. McCann here from Folklore." And she went, "Ah!" I went 170. I think Tony Devlin don't got a fiver off her. He got it for me. But
win-win.
I never headlined it until last year.
Oh,
last year was the first I headlined it. And then this year was even better again because, as I say, it was an all West Belfast. I was the first again, all West Belfast acts on.
That's the reason, because the day before my wedding, so I couldn't even go down. Went to his set in Magerfeld, and then fucking never had all my mates. I went to your night. Yeah. Fucking supposed to be unbelievable.
No, it was a great night, really, and it all worked together. Like, everybody was great, caring. There was something for everybody in it. That's what I think. But you enjoyed it anyway.
I loved it. Like before, because
hold on, he got your fucking name wrong in it, but.
That was a joke.
I told him to say it.
Man, he sack him the fuck.
Listen, I know
he's not working this business again.
He's learning on me.
He can't get sacked. He's not getting paid. It's work experience.
But back that night, you were saying about talking to send you out first, send somebody who's done it before. So Kieran, that was like a seasoned fucking operator on the scene, and he says, "We'll go out and watch him." And I says, "Nah," he went, "Sure, come on." And I went out and watched, and I wish I hadn't have, because that was my first time getting nervous, because he was just punch-stained every 2 seconds, everyone in stitches.
Who just Kieran?
Kieran Bartlett.
I heard
he was unreal, like, and singing and all. He's a brilliant singer, and just everything. He was just hitting. And I went back in the wee and I was like, "Fuck."
You weren't ready.
I went to go on after head, like. But then it went well.
The thing about Tommy hasn't done a shit gig yet. Tommy's yet to play to 4 people in a fucking room, and that's normally what you start with. Like, it's all downhill. Like,
I never believe him. Like, see, Tommy's the fucking most confident person in the world, and deluded person in the world, so he always goes,
Deluded.
you know, I was a fucking hit, that was a hit, and like, he kept on saying, I was like, Tommy, you can't be out fucking doing that well. So I went to this gig, and he actually did do well. And
That's why I give him the gig. I wouldn't have given it. Like, if he was shit, I wouldn't have given him the gig because I wouldn't have put him in that position for that to happen to him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not fair because I don't want him to knock his confidence, and I wouldn't want somebody. But when I seen him the first night in Tyrone, I was like, if you do that in Tyrone, you can fucking what would he be like at the fella? And then I brought him to Derry, and it was the same. Like it was.
Derry was good. Like I was a wee intimate one.
Where was it in Derry?
The fella as well, but it was they
I
didn't
don't know exactly where it was. It was in a wee community
centre,
centre. Tyrone came with Carol.
Was that the one he went to?
But so he hasn't had a bad gig, like which is down to him. But it's also, you know, he hasn't been the one where it's thing. Like Derry was good because I didn't tell anybody he was going to be on because I didn't want them to look him up and see, and you know people have stuff up on the internet and all. But you've done well so far.
Yeah,
He's loving it.
It's lovely.
He's ready to pack and box and everything.
And I told him don't. And it's not the biggest thing. It's just you couldn't rely on it, you know, just at the minute, you know. But there is definitely a future in it for him. Like there's no doubt about it.
He's buzzing with it.
No,
we were actually in here the night before. We were at the kneecap the night before, remember?
Oh, here and here.
And then we came here and had like a wee. We came here to West Belfast to the show, to the field, and then I was down the next day. I was going.
That was a late night, like.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to deliver here up at the show, but
because yeah, that's the thing. I lost my phone in the field, and I was like, I wondered the time I even go there because I couldn't hear, and I didn't even bother asking. Did you?
Yeah.
So
well, it was grand, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
We're healing over the body.
I was hungover, but and then I was going. No, like I did all day. Because what time did we leave? It was about 6, was it?
6:30.
Alright.
7 o'clock, something like that.
So,
and if this man says you bad timekeeping, there's something wrong.
Is that right? Is that what he says? Well, at least
because Tyrone, he's like a friggin'.
I like to be on time, but if I'm not going to be on time, I will let you know. I'll say, listen, I'll be.
He won't. He'll never just.
No, will I let you know?
I try to be on time, but
something
again.
That does my head.
He tried to blame us being late on Sean.
He pulled in there and he says, Sean says he's going to be late, and I went, you've already seen him. He's up the fucking stairs.
But you know what happened today? Here, this is just the way it goes. I'm always trying to be on like. Arrive on time, not early.
I've been working for me in Dublin States, and I take kids in fucking workforce. Yet there's nothing you can tell me that I haven't heard over the years.
One here, it's just not meant to be for me to be on time. I was meant to be sparring today at 2 o'clock. I went about 1:30, I think, because they said they were going to be early. Your man didn't come till 2:20. So I was sparred, jumped out, get in the shower quickly. He told me before I was sparring, pick me up from my meds, which is on the Glen Road. Flew up the Glen Road, beeping the horn like fuck.
Wasn't there?
He wasn't there. His man came and said, would you fuck off? And then I phoned him. Where are you? He said, I'm in the house, so I went down and picked them up. And then
the traffic
was mad. Something going on in the town.
You were playing field in there, aren't you?
Our down one, yeah.
That's why the traffic.
Everyone's trying to get the good seats for Paddy.
Oh. That's the man. I couldn't bring you to it. I would love to bring you to it, but it's pointless. Do you ever see like somewhere where they just shout one word and the whole place goes, yeah? Right? That's our doing. Like we brought Darren last year and Darren went out and went, hi, Darren's a real nice fella and he's a good MC and he settles the whole crowd and he's very quiet and whatever. And Darren went out last year and went, right, everybody, please. Nobody listening. And he was like, right, everybody. Please, now sit down and get ready for the show. And this fella went, fuck up. And he went, no, come on, be nice. And your mum went, fuck up, please. And Darren just came in and I went, told you need to go out there and just go. I said to Willie, just go out and be like, and Willie went out and was like, and they were like, and here's Willie, that's the maddest thing I've ever done. We couldn't get out of the place, like photographs. It was just like everybody in the place wanted it. Big Darren Corbett was doing the door and he's like, I've never seen anything like that. These are like fucking royalty or something.
Where is it?
In the Crumlin Star.
Is it?
The tell you
That's a rough one.
it's only 60 going. It's only 60 going. 60 tickets sold. That's it.
That's wrong.
You go in, there's the whole fucking hard orange.
Oh,
The grannies doing that in the corner. Like the whole hall, they're just like, no, 60 tickets. I can count you fucking man. There's like fucking 2,000 people in here. But it's just a rough gig, so it's one of them ones too. I'm busted today and I'm going to myself, oh my God.
You can't be annoyed.
I'm going to have to G myself up to go to it. Like, definitely.
Been there, Paddy, you know what I mean? Up in the dairy fella, G'd myself up, brought it home.
That's it, that's it. Headed in the park. That was a mad one too, because we arrived and we were late. Your mum was on the phone and we were coming in from Dungiven and it was the Travis Well and I phoned him. I phoned the guy that does my booking. I said, you need to let them know I'm going to arrive on the button when we're meant to be on. But they had said doors 7:15, so everybody came in 7:15. They're in a hall and it was like 25, 30 degrees.
And they were all sitting with carryouts
So
as
sitting
well.
with carryouts, so they'd run out of carryouts by the time we get up, so they had went for their second carryout. So they didn't know what way it was going to go. So we were straight in, didn't get changed, straight on, bump, done. And then we went, okay, and then we were away again. But,
Be nervous when you go before you go out?
No, and not in a long, long time.
No?
Not in a long, long time.
Have you ever had a bad one, like where it's been
fuck
booed
off.
and all?
Never been booed. Never. The worst gig, people asked me this year, and probably this story's been told fucking 100 times now, was Derry Galney. It's good that I can pinpoint it. Was Derry Galney. And it's a place up in Enniskillen, like a wee town, and this guy phoned me up and he's like, how's it going? Like, and they were doing an event, and I was like, who gave you my number? And he was like, I was a fella. And I was like, right. And here's me, are you sure you want me? And he was like, oh, wow. And I was like, and I had a DVD of this show called The Dagger, which is, it's my show about me getting a tattoo of my cock. It's my stag do. I'm on a fairground for a ride, do you know what I mean? So it's like that. It was the roughest stuff I could have. And I went, if I send that up and he sees that and they still want me, then I'll be alright. And this is the way at the start, like when I was only starting doing it, still driving my black hack and all. And I sent him the DVD and I phoned him 2 days later. I mean, well, did you watch it? Oh, wow, we're booking you, come on up. I was getting 150 quid or something, do you know what I mean? Which you were like, fuck, I'm getting paid for a gig. I drove up and it was like the Waltons. It was just this big fucking community centre and all walking in with lasagnas and salads and everybody sitting at big long benches, you know, and I'm sitting amongst them and this is the local GP and that's the dentist in the wee town and that's Farmer McFatridge and that there's, and I was going, right, okay, and just sitting there and everybody's eating at the table and they went, we're going to have a bit of Cayley dancing and then we're going to bring you up, and I was going, I don't know about this. And then next minute I went up on stage and there was like all these old boys with war medals on, like in their blazers, like, but they were all fucking wheelchairs and stuff like that. They were getting fed in tubes. And I get up and I said, it's good to see Westlife here. Just so, like, I didn't think it would have offended anybody. But everybody in the hall was like, and they were walking about going, don't laugh. But I went to myself, I've drove the whole way down here, it's probably cost me 30 quid in diesel, so I ain't doing 30 minutes. I literally done 30 minutes to silence. In a hall.
You're not sweating?
Of a hall of about...
Fuck me out,
no,
kill
it
me.
was, see, like 20 minutes in, I just stood laughing. Like, I was just going, these cunts serious, like I said, and then I went fucking back in for another 10 minutes and literally looked at my watch and went, 10. 9. Yeah. So,
did they pay you?
and they made me wait like 3 hours. And the guy went, that didn't really go to plan, did it? And I went, did you watch the DVD? No, I don't have a DVD player. And I went, why'd you tell me lies then? But the funny bit about the whole thing was a guy came up and took the microphone off me and started giving the speech. And all I heard was, and that, my friends, is an example of a segregated community. And I went, who fuck's that? He says, that's the chief of police in Enniskillen. And I went, oh, right.
Fuck me. Wrong
So
crowd,
it
wrong
was
crowd.
really like, and I could adapt, like, because I would have done the Dalrada Festival every year, and I built that up, the comedy night that they had on it. But with comedy night, you started at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you'd done 10 gigs in tents, but it was people with their kids and all. So I got the stage at the start, I had this clean set, and then by about the 3rd year, I was just doing the dirtiest stuff, like, and it was 11 o'clock in the morning, some fella sitting there with 7 kids, not even listening to me, you know? and then one of the kids was going, Daddy, he's talking about fucking cock and all. Like, what? But I haven't had, like, I've had bad gigs, but not really, like, that one stands out because it was a full half an hour of, like,
talking about Dagger, why have you got that name, the Dagger?
because I have a tattoo of a dagger, my cat tattooed on it.
So, Were you not the dagger before it?
How was it?
No. It's dead meat. It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't it?
Well, it was. I had a.
I'd say I would
I
fucking
had
kill.
a 10-glass bottle of vodka.
No, then that
Genuinely.
does it?
But it didn't at the time. I was surprised.
That's weird.
But your man done it with a hammer and the wee thing.
What, like fucking...
Amari, like,
Fuck me.
And like it was, here he was. You picked the thing that has to be filled in. And
Why did you get just on a stag?
Just blackly the 10 glass?
Would have been a
I
bad.
had a nickname, Cryptic, and I wanted rid of it because it was.
No, you
wanna
want
be
the
Dagger
dagger.
Dick?
I meant Dagger Dick.
So, Dagger Dick's a bit better than Cryptic. Do you know what I mean? Because you're fed up trying to explain why you call it Cryptic. Because
Why are you called Cryptic?
I had a deaf friend and he couldn't say Patrick right, so he called me Cryptic. It sounded like Cryptic.
Just one about when we were hanging you with a tiny stick in the orange.
They weren't far wrong, but it was.
Now he's giving him the dagger?
Maybe he did know. Maybe it was. He could pronounce. He turned and go, I can't call you Patrick. But so it was wild, and it was random. Like I had a fella on the stag who I done the door with, and he was tattooed from his ankles right up to his neck, and he said to me, "Why don't you get this done? Can't get it done anywhere." And next minute, I just remember being at this tattoo thing and fucking.
Where was it? Where was the
Spain.
stag? Spain?
You're when you get a tattoo, it swells up. Like, so did your cock swell?
I
Did
had
it?
to wear maternity pants. When I went home.
Did you?
Yeah. And like there's no way it's stretchy skin.
Was it your stag or somebody
My
else's?
thing, oh, so what happened was
Fucking hell.
This is buzzing when he got home, fucking daggering it in there, swollen cock.
it's the best sword swaller in the road. Well, it's good for teeth picking her. But no, whenever I was over there and I got it done, I was blocked and I rang her. And no, you're full. And she was going, why are you ringing me? And she told me, where are you? And she says, I'm in Maria's, her sisters. And I was like, I got a tattoo. And she went, are you fucking serious? And I was like, oh, you love it? No. And she said, I'm sure I will. And she got fed up and she handed my brother-in-law, Tim, and he's dead nice, dead polite fella. And he's like, hi, Paddy, how are you? And here's me, are you having a good time, you and your friends? I'm like, oh, fuck time, I got a tattoo. You got what, sorry? And I was like, I got a tattoo on your penis. And I was like, oh, and he's like, what did you get? And I said, a dagger. And he was, oh, right. And my friend got one too. What did he get? He got a treble on the side of it. So when I came home, Andrew says, show Tim, show him it. And Tim's like, I don't want to see it, but here's just fucking look at it to see it. What's this state is? And I showed him it, and he went, no. And he went, a knife? And I went, no. And he went, what? And he made it's a dagger. A dagger? When you spoke to me on the phone, I thought you got a dagger. So it was like, I expected, you pull it out and be like, roar. No. And he says, what did your friend get? And I says, treble. And he went, I thought you said trifle. And he was going to... So he was going to go to his wife, here's your dessert.
Where was he from? He sounds very posh.
It was fucking Malone Road.
Oh, well, there we go.
But it was, that was funny. Like, the best bit about it was the army at Jim Dock. He was there and he wanted to get a tattoo. And he was going, I want to get a tattoo, but I don't want to get a tattoo. And I said, get a piercing, because the thing with a piercing is if you don't want it, you can take it out. And he was like, I'll get that. Your mum's a Mari, so... I said to him, do you do tongue piercing? And he went, oh, who wants it done? I says, him. And he went, 50 quid. And I went, here, I got the money out straight away, because they're all paying for my tattoo. So hit me, I want him to get this done. So I pulled out the 50 and your mum went, right. And he went in this bag and I seen him taking them out. And it was like barbecue tongs and a big fucking skewer.
Fuck, eh?
And I looked at Jim and Jim went, you alright?
Take a mad stag of all
time. See my stag, it happened before the Hangover movie. I'm convinced somebody
They
told this
based it on
story.
that.
He's like, took parts of it and went, fucking all this in, right? Jim turned around and went, where do you go? And I said, sit down. He sat down, your man just went like that and just pushed us back and cast the wall. Jim went like that, looked at me and went to Jim, and Jim went, and your man went and grabbed it, and Jim went, ah! And he was like the Predator. This day, I don't know how he didn't stick it to his face. He just went, woof. And I just seen Jim going, no, like white, just and he was tan, like, and he just went white, and he was like, oh, and next minute, so he fucking put the bar in. And we get back to the room, a load of boys were playing cards, and they went, did he get that done? And they were like, oh, and I came into the room, I was black, I mean, what is he? But everything was all numb. So when I popped out my bag, I was just going to the toilet. I didn't even know. I didn't know. So they all jumped off the table. Paced all over the table and hit me. Whoa! I didn't even know I was doing that. And they were all laughing. And the next minute, Jim came flying in the room like this. And they went, "Did you see that? Cut paced all over the table." And Jim came in and went, "I got my tongue done." So the whole thing, Jim's like, no. Right? But we, at night, see when he was sitting there, he's like, "Ugh," and the heat, his tongue went, he couldn't open his mouth even, right? So he had a straw, and we were trying to fucking feed him water and all. And he was going, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." And that night I says, "Lads, I want to thank you all for coming on the stag and all." They were right, Jim loves the scrub. And here's me, "Come on, here's where we're going." I've booked us into a steak restaurant. Jim was just sitting at the end of the table with a wee thing of soup looking at him. Some big steak. And I was going, "You alright?" And he went, "Darn it." It was fucking hilarious. But no, we had some crack. Like that was brilliant. So that's how the dagger came about. That's
a done. We'll find out.
I don't know.
Find out the
It's
dagger.
a mystery. Is it a mystery, or is it just a mystery to us two?
There's a lot of people don't believe it.
Aye.
But every comedian has seen it.
Yeah.
So they actually got to the stage where like they had to sit me down and say, "Look, it's not alright to show everybody this. You need to stop." Well, they were sort of saying it'll end up a Me Too thing, where everybody in the comedy scene will be going, "He took his Wilbur out and showed me." So they were like, "You need to stop doing it." So
I thought you fucking stabbed someone.
We'll have a wee thing at the end.
right,
Oh, this is a wee game we made up.
He can
right.
run in this.
So, it's called Smack, Bad Drink, or Blank.
Right, okay.
3 people.
Right.
So, Andrew Tate, do you know Andrew Tate?
I don't know who it is. Everybody talking.
You don't know who he is?
Nah.
He's
that's
lighting up
fucking
with
pointless.
social media.
Right, and
You may think of somebody else,
what
eh?
does he do?
He's just
a
a
podcast.
commentator, really. Social commentator.
Right, okay.
Don't know.
I don't know, no.
The first thing I saw him, he said he was a pimp, but now he's just a
He said he's a
social
pimp?
commentator. Yeah.
Well, do you want me to pick
No, right. Dude, if you don't know him, there's no point. Who else is there from?
I don't know. Can't think of anyone. Put on the spot.
Was
now.
it
You're on
only
the
him?
spot.
Was it
No,
only him?
there was 3.
We'll do the other ones.
Who?
And then we'll work back on it.
We'll do another local celebrity.
Right,
Chris Suter,
right,
Tom Smith,
right.
Jerry Adams.
You have
Right.
the smack one, you have the blank one, and you have the
Buy one a drink.
bad one a drink, bad one a paint.
Well, I'll buy Jerry Adams a pint
Yeah.
because he doesn't drink.
Does he not?
So you'll drink
So
that
good.
for
So I can tell everybody I drank Jerry Adams pint. He done fuck all about it. Chris Suter, I'll blank. And I'll smack Tom Smith.
Tom Train's bad.
Try talking to my guy, you know, he's...
I actually done a couple of videos about him, and we were in fucking the House of Fraser, and he was in there, and he came up to me, and Andy went, "Oh, your man, you made the videos this week." And he came up to me and he's fucking, well, fucking,
Did he?
oh, fucking 100%. He says, "Listen, Belfast humour, loved it." He says, "I didn't take it. Is he making a content?" He says, "That's brilliant PR for me, actually." And fucking blah. So we were yarning
He's
away.
a very positive guy, like, to be honest, so he probably would love Annie.
No, he did. And he was like, "Come on down and meet the team. All the team love you and all. And we really like your stuff and all." So there was no... I think if he didn't like it, you'd have got a solicitor's letter. But mine wasn't really slabbering. It was just me making him fucking joke, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know Andrew Tate. So
I'm
Chris
surprised what, but that's the first episode wrapped up with the legend, the dagger.
thank you very much.
Yep, the king of Belfast comedy.
Lord Mayor.
The Lord Mayor of West Belfast. Number 1 in the country. Number 1, boy.
Number 1. Tell all my cousins that.
Well,
Thank
thanks
you,
again,
lads.
Paddy,
Yes,
for
thank you, lads.
And like I said, this is the first episode. So over the first season, we'll call it season,
Yep,
or
seasons.
series, we're going to have a array of guests. So Paddy, a comedian. We're going to have actors, boxers, obviously, because we know them all. And local hard men. We're going to source out the
The best fighters.
best fighters in the areas, and we're going to get them on and hear what they had to say.
Sure, just ask me, I'll be honest.
Connor Burns.
Right, over and out.
All the best.
Slam.